Boys, this is an early one. I'm sorry if I woke you up, but this is the embargo time, or at least whenever it's lifted. And today is the day we can talk about the moon, essentially free roam. Now, I wish I could talk about more because there is a lot more to talk about. But right now, we can only talk about what is happening in today's gameplay, which is just me running around checking out the moon. Now, first up, yes, the moon is completely updated. Some say it's twice the size of the original moon. I would argue and say it's even bigger. And even though some of these locations look extremely familiar, there's been like a new twist added to it, to the point where it does not feel like the old moon at all. It's just more or less like, oh, I'm on the moon. Hey, I kind of remember that place well enough, but it's changed so much since the last time we were here. Remember this location? Yeah, this was the first mission, right, on the moon that we unlocked back in Vanilla Destiny. I could be getting my timeline messed up here, but I'm pretty sure this was that first mission that was located on the moon back in the Vanilla campaign. Now, if you remember how this mission went, there was the initial mission where you killed that wizard up top, right? Pretty sure that guy is still there. But then, of course, it goes down deeper, which like really takes you back because, man, these are taking you back to old missions. But at this point, I was getting destroyed and I just couldn't go down there any further. Now, granted, my character is only 750 here, but at least initially, everything on the moon for the most part wrecks you. And I was seeing like a recommended power of 860 whenever I would die. Now, some of the other locations that we see here are, of course, some other new locations. Got some public events, but it kind of runs in with some of our old locations, things like Archer's Line. Yeah, talk about throwback, man. How many days did we spend in this location farming helium filaments? By the way, those things are back, yes. But I tried out a public event here, and essentially I got wrecked, man. I didn't have really anyone around me. I probably could have communicated to somebody for us to like duo up together, but I was also rocking some pretty bad weapons. We essentially had the ability to transfer our accounts for this playtest, but unfortunately there was no access to Destiny Item Manager. So when you got in there, whatever weapons you had, that's what you got to use. That's it. And unfortunately for me, my best PvE weapon was a two-tailed fox. Not the most potent thing. Needless to say, I never thought I was gonna see the moon in this beautiful 105 field of view at a whopping, like, I don't know, 140, 160 frames per second. Like, this is gorgeous, guys. I've been looking at the moon now in 30 FPS since 2014. So to see it completely updated really just makes me want to see everything else from Destiny 1 updated. Like, come on, let me get some Venus in here. Now, one of the campaign missions that I started here was called In Search of Answers, which essentially takes you to the gates of Shadowkeep. And if you've got the music playing, yes, the spooky vibe definitely heightened at this location. Now, the ads here weren't necessarily as hard as they were in free roam, which is probably because Bungie wants you to go through the campaign obviously first before going out and diving into the mysteries of the moon. But this location is so beautiful. Seeing the earth in the background, as vivid as it is, that really bloodthirsty red against the gray outline of the moon. Oh man, I said it before, I get such an Oblivion vibe from Shadowkeep, and when you're actually there in it, oh, you'll know what I'm talking about, boys. Trust me. Now, I know we're supposed to be just talking about free roam stuff, but I feel like we should touch up on some of the things that I know we have questions about, particularly how does something like Rally Barricade affect our reload speed? First up, this is my reload speed of Recluse by itself. This is it with Feeding Frenzy, which is substantially better. And then this is it with the Rally Barricade. Now, of course, this isn't the Rally Barricade plus Feeding Frenzy. This is just the Rally Barricade itself. Now, I'm not sure how this affects other weapons. Of course, this is just Recluse, but this just gives you a general idea of the type of increase in reload speed you'll be looking at with Rally Barricades. Now, I'm not sure if Lunafactions are going to offer a faster reload speed or not. And again, for my guys that don't know what we're talking about, essentially Lunafaction or Rally Barricades previously, or at least in our current sandbox before Shadowkeep, would auto reload weapons. Now they'll only increase reload speed. By the way, I hope I can talk about this right now. If not, well, this video is going to go private pretty quickly. Also, with the Weapons of Light, again, we get that 35% increase there in damage. Now notice when I killed this thrall here, they drop like a red orb. Now that red orb, I'm assuming is what gives us the status effect Unstable Essence, which actually increases our damage like 50%, meaning it's probably more wise to actually gun down either one of these acolytes or one of these thralls first, pop your buffs, proc Unstable Essence, and then proceed to gun down the ogre, because as you can see there, everything is very meaty. Now, when we kill this ogre, and again, this ogre has a name. It's called like Gothrax or Gothrax Swarm Protector, but it's a nightmare. And when we kill it, there's like a weird animation that occurs, like this red wave is released. Kind of creepy, almost looks like a hand. Now, this first mission only requires us to get like these 6 phantasmal particles, and I'm pretty sure Gothrax here, despite him being much more difficult to take down, only drops 1. So does the Acolytes and the Thrall, as these guys all drop phantasmal particles. Now, we found a chest there, and I don't know if the chest is in relation to us killing this ogre or not. I don't think I saw it before, but maybe it was there. Regardless though, when we looted it, it dropped a phantasmal fragment, which is excellent because last week when we did the Vidoc breakdown, the Lectern of Enchantment had a material exchange with that item listed. It also had daily bounties, which rewarded XP and those fragments. Needless to say, obviously we're going to need them for something, and I'm assuming it all ties into this Lectern of Enchantment. Which, by the way, guys, the Lectern of Enchantment, we're assuming from what was said in the Vidoc, will be a way for us to like craft weapons and armor inside of Shadowkeep. Well, guys, that's pretty much all I got for today's video. Tomorrow, we're going to actually be able to talk about a few other things. Armor 2.0, difficulty challenge, gameplay features. That one's going to be the big juicy one. So same time tomorrow. I know it's super early right now. Will be another video out just like this one. And hopefully, I'll actually have a finisher move in that next gameplay. Like in this gameplay right here, I had no idea what my finisher move was mapped to, and I couldn't even find it. Like, look at me. I'm like staring at this Acolyte right here, trying to figure out how to finish him. Oh man, we got to come up with a different term. Fellas and ladies, thank you all for coming and watching, and as always,
slap that like button like your mama told you right.